Dobry wieczór Państwu, Adrian Hamilec serdecznie wszystkich witam w hali na Montpremiu. 19 dzień marca 2024 roku. Jeszcze raz bardzo serdecznie witam Państwa na rewanżowym spotkaniu finału Pucharu CEV. Przeciwnikiem Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW będzie niemiecka drużyna SVG LÜNEBURG. Przypomnę tylko, że w pierwszym meczu tych drużyn tydzień temu Asseco Resovia wygrywa w Niemczech 3-0 i aby stanąć przed historyczną szansą wywalczenia jako pierwszy polski klub Pucharu CEV, wystarczy jej w dniu dzisiejszym wygrać tylko 2 sety. Niewątpliwie będzie to zapewne trudne zadanie, lecz wszyscy w Rzeszowie liczą, że Asseco Resovia zniesie dziś puchar. Przypomnę, że w półfinale.
Hello and welcome to the second leg of the 2024 CEV Cup Final. We are in the Promi Hall in Rzeszów, the home of Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW. The Polish team beating their rivals SVG LÜNEBURG of Germany in the first set pretty comfortably 3-0, looking to win their first major European trophy here in their own gym today. But LÜNEBURG are down, but they're not out of it yet. But they're going to have to come up with an extraordinary performance to get the better of this Rzeszów squad that come in absolutely brimming full of confidence. And look at that, talking about confidence. So many proven veterans in this group. 8 of this squad over the age of 32. Fabian Driesger there, who has won everything at domestic and international level. Yasin Luati, one of 2 Olympic bronze medalists wherever you look, and there's Jakub Kokonowski, who had such a big game defensively in the first leg. But these LÜNEBURG fans that have travelled to see their team have enjoyed an extraordinary journey, whatever happens today. This team that only went to the top flight of German volleyball 10 years ago, they've never won a major piece of silverware, but just to get to this final is an extraordinary achievement. And the big question now is, can they do something extraordinary and try and force a golden set here? The odds would be stacked against them, you would think, but this young group, none of them older than the age of 28, full of North Americans and Germans, the sum is much greater than the parts. And it was interesting hearing Resovia's very experienced coach Gianpaolo Medei pre-game saying this game is going to be different because LÜNEBURG were playing under pressure in such a big stage in their own gym in the first leg. They'll just come out here and relax and enjoy it and have some fun. And he said, I've never yet been in a final where it's been easy, and I'm not expecting this to be easy today. Nevertheless, it would be a huge surprise if SVG LÜNEBURG can get the better of Asseco Resovia here today. Stephen Boyer didn't even play in that first leg. The other Olympic medalist, gold medalist on the team, along with his compatriot Yasin Luati. So this group is totally different in terms of experience and know-how at any level. As I say, the Rzeszów squad, a veteran group, 8 of them over the age of 32. Nobody is older than 28 on this LÜNEBURG squad. Nobody on this LÜNEBURG squad has won a major medal, either at club or national level. Rzeszów squad features 2 Olympic gold medalists, 4 European champions from 2023, 6 VNL gold medalists, 3 2014 world champions, 4 2018 world champions, and a couple of Champions League winners as well. The list just goes on and on. If you looked at the rosters, you'd say it's a mismatch. That is how it played out in this first set. But they're a scrappy bunch of fighters, this LÜNEBURG squad, and they will not go easily today. I think the one thing Gianpaolo Medei was guarding against is complacency, because Stephen Boyer, the Frenchman, was quoted as saying, the only thing we've got to fear is ourselves. We can beat ourselves here by being complacent, and Coach Medei said that's absolutely right. Always respect the opponent, no matter what the situation. And they are on the brink of their first ever major European trophy here. They were runners-up in this competition back in the 2011-2012 season. if you go all the way back to when it was the Cup Winners' Cup, Rzeszów finished third place back in 1974. There has never been a Polish winner of this trophy until perhaps today. As for Lüneburg, they'll look to be following in the footsteps of Berlin Recycling, who won this competition back in 2016, the only German winners of the CEV Cup. The odds stacked against them, but they've had to fight their way here, coming through the third place pool phase in the Champions League, just like Rzeszów. And they managed to get the better of Smyrny Athens, winning 3-0 at home and 3-2 on the road. And then Arkas Izmir, what a battle that was. They were thrashed on the road 3-0, turned it around to win it 3-1 at home, to take it into the golden set, which they won 15-8. As for Rzeszów, though, well, they've just dominated this CEV Cup since coming in at the quarter-final stage. They thrashed their rivals, Warta Zawierski, who are actually above them in the Polish table. Zawierski third and Rzeszów fourth. They beat them 3-0, 3-0. Major surprise that it was so comfortable. Then they took on Fenerbahce, who are flying high in the Turkish league, second there in the Turkish league with only one defeat all season. And they beat them 3-1 here and 3-1 on the road. So you look at that, 7 matches played in this competition for the loss of just 1 set. No wonder they are such overwhelming favourites to wrap the job up here today in their own house. Confirmation then, it's the second leg of the CEV Cup final 2024. Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW from Eastern Poland, entertaining SVG LÜNEBURG from the southeast of Hamburg. Now, there are some travelling fans here, but again, it's going to be the red and white stripes that will be predominant. We saw plenty of these fans making that journey to just to the southeast of Hamburg last week. Something else Gianpaolo Medei was talking about. There he is on the right with the glasses, Medei. And you talk about all the experience on his squad. So many players who've played at the very highest level, either for club or country or both. Well, Coach Medei is a previous winner of this cup, winning it back in 2017 with Tours, who got the better of Vitas Trentino in a golden set. He is known as a cup specialist. And the one thing he'll have been doing this week is keeping his players' feet on the ground. As I say, whatever happens today, what a season it's been for Lüneburg, who've broken through another glass ceiling just to get this far, haven't they, under their coach Stefan Hübner, who's been in charge for a decade of high achievement for this club that's taken step after step after step, and now find themselves in a major European final. That in itself is a remarkable story, but can they write one more chapter and take it to a golden set here?
Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW SVG LÜNEBURG, drugi mecz finałowy Pucharu CEV. A teraz wszyscy, drodzy Państwo, postawmy wszystkie kartony w górę i odśpiewajmy hymn Asseco Resovia. Wielkie brawa!
Oh, that set the scene nicely, hasn't it? Easy to identify the two teams. Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW, led by Fabian Driesger, the veteran setter, the two-time world champion, MVP of the first leg of the final, leading his team in the red and white against Lüneburg, playing in all blue this evening. Coach Hubner shuffled his deck, rotated players in and out in a bid to find some kind of blend. Here is the squad for Rzeszów. As I say, everything is run by Fabian Drieske, but so many of those players, household names. Kokonowski was a monster defensively. DeFalco was a monster offensively in that first leg. And they've got so many weapons. Let's meet our officials. Tomislav Popovic of Serbia is our first official. Helped today, near side by Erdal Akinci of Turkey. And this Lüneburg squad, as I say, a bunch of youngsters. Most of them of a blend of North Americans with a few young Germans. Erik Röers is a young outside hitter who's made his way into the German national squad and played in the Olympic qualifying competition in Rio at the back end of last year. And there he is coming through. He's going to be a big star. Kunstmann coming through, not just 20 years old. Theo Mo-Winkel, who came off the bench, just 21 years old. He'll be getting a start with Max Elgert, the Canadian setter there, as you can see. And Matthew Knigge will come out, and social media star Gage Worsley is the libero, NCAA champion at the University of Hawaii back in the day. That's the squad that he's sending out with Zander. Wolf Ketrazinski of Canada is the starting opposite. Jan Burma, the left-hander, ready to come in off the bench. Well, I'll tell you, Gianpaolo Medei is not messing around, is he? He is sending out a strong starting squad. Karol Kwas and Jakub Kokonowski as middle blockers. Fabian Drieske, TJ DeFalco on the outside. Stephen Boyer, who didn't play in that first leg, will join Yassine Louati, Olympic gold medalists, VNL gold medalists on the floor for Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW. If anything, it's an even stronger starting line-out that Coach Medei is sending out here today, with Boyer coming in for the veteran Jakub Buczki. Well, Stefan Hubner knows he's playing with house money today. No expectations of anything. Gianpaolo Medei on the brink of winning a second CEV Cup and a first ever for a Polish team. Erik Röers, as I say, is going to be a big player. He's worked his way into that German national team. He's got to have a big game today. Top scored in that first leg with just 8. Tory TJ DeFalco, once of Long Beach State in the United States. Chief tormentor in that first set leg, but the second leg is now underway, and that's a swing and a miss. That's not the start that he wanted, not at all, for young Theo Mo-Winkel, only 21 years old. What a story that he is, coming through the youth system and starting in a CEV Cup final at the age of 21. Here's Yassine Louati. There's a sense of anticlimax there as Louati comes up with the service error. Got off to a slow start. Lüneburg completely dominated in those first 2 sets to 16 and 17. Made the third set more competitive. Max Elgert, their setter, has played in Poland, played here last year, so he knows all about the passions here. Yeah, there's an encroachment there, as Drieske was forced to stretch. There it is. The block was there anyway from Matthew Knigge. It won't count on the stat sheet because of the infraction. That's a much better pass this time. Backside it goes, and boom goes the big man. Stephen Boyer sends that down. Absolute no-nonsense power cross-court swing from the Olympic gold medalist, a World League gold medalist, and of course a VNL gold medalist. What a weapon to bring in. Here's Jakub Kokonowski, a 3-time Polish champion, no less. It takes a hop. It takes all the sting out of it, actually, which is why they were able to just attack it so effectively. Looking for the high hands, and getting those high hands goes Theo Mo-Winkel, and that is going to settle his nerves down as well. Blasted it through DeFalco and away. Nothing Louati could do about that. So solid start. It's young Mo-Winkel. We'll unload here. Again, it's a really good pass. Driesger, when he's given passes like that, is just going to run his offense whichever way he wants. Yassine Louati as good an option as any coming out of this back row, and why not? A perfect pass like that. Louati gets his reward. He couldn't even get a block set. It was so smooth and so efficient. Uh-oh, yeah, managed to get it. Can't be having those. Cannot be having those. Swing and a miss. They have got to keep the unforced errors to a minimum, and they've got to watch this fella here, Boye. Oh, that helps. Boye sent down 7 aces in the semi-final in the home leg against Fenerbahce. What a weapon he can be. Falco, 5 aces in Lüneburg, so they've got plenty of weapons at the end line. Here is Knigge. One-time San Diego Wild middle blocker comes up with another service error. Steady start. There's TJ DeFalco, VNL regular for the United States. Looks to raise the bar a little bit here. Very aggressive. Oh my goodness. Well, just lethal from the end line again. DeFalco. Oh. And there's a little bit of unsightedness here for the back row, yeah, but it was a brutal, brutal serve. Mowinckel saw late. I don't think he'd have done much if he'd seen it early, quite frankly. Just a vicious, swirling serve. Sends a short one in this time. That does get picked up by Rös, and that is sent on its way. Very important pickup there. Clenched fist from Xander Ketrazinski, the Canadian opposite. Said, yeah, don't start riding us off. We're not going anywhere. Straight at Boye into the body. Here is Wolf. Xander Ketrazinski, 24-year-old. Perfect pass there from Zatorski. The little roll shot doesn't work either from Louati. The block is no good. Well, they got blockers there, and they couldn't control it. Very, very important pickup from Rös that. And Ketrazinski looking at all those high hands and banging it into Louati and away. Just get a good sense from the body language of these Lüneburg players. As I said, they're not here to just come and play the role of extras here. Well off net there, so no winner for Boye. They're able to pick that up. Worsley taking care of that, but that's not the dink that they needed, and they'll look to transition here with Louati, who catches the hands. Lovely dink right at the back there, but is there a winner? No, there is not. Driesger will send it near side, and again, terrific scrambling and rescuing. Ketrazinski this time, but it's free ball, ZESZÓW. And into the back row out of the back row it goes, but no winner for DeFalco. Again, great defensive work, and there's a winner there. What a well-played point that was. Anybody who thought Lüneburg were going to just roll over and play dead here, forget about it. That's a huge dig in the back row from Mowinckel. There's another one from Ketrazinski. Great containing block. Terrific hustle. Then powerful put away cross court. That's a good serve as well. Really well taken, and Driesger says thank you very much. I'll put myself on the stat sheet. Looking at young Joscha Kunzmann there. He's not the first to be completely bamboozled by Fabian Driesger. Karol Kłos, world gold medalist back in 2014. Uh-oh. They can't be having that. Yassine Louati runs straight into the block, though. Boom, that's just coming straight back. Eric Rös says, bringing it to the wrong place. Well, that's a real big defensive wall that Louati faced there. Gang of 3, Rös right in the middle of it says, I'm having that block point, thank you very much. Don't take that off me. That's a missed opportunity for Resovia, as Rös will now send in a really good serve that comes back. Now what can they do off the overpass? Send it down the middle. No winner for Kunstmann. But it is still a free ball here. Elgert will send it far side into the containing block. It goes again. Elgert stays with it, and he gets blocked out of it. Yeah, well, he had a couple of looks at it there, didn't he, Mo Winkel? And the defense had a couple of looks at him too and said, that one's coming back. You run into Jakub Kokonowski. Yeah, you're out of luck there. It's a real close call. And has it been overturned? It has. Well, it was called in and then reviewed. And I must admit, when we saw that replay, that looked very marginal indeed. Good call. So here's Ruz. That's another really good one. Drieska's at full stretch there and a brilliant set, and Kokonowski off the quick inside set. And Drieska had no other option here. I mean, he's really jammed up against the net there, just hangs it up there for Jakub Kokonowski, who's just got such presence at 199. He's not the tallest, but his technique and his leap just off the scale good. Drieska, two-time world gold medalist. World League winner 12 years ago. Back set, nothing doing. DeFalco's just about got that under control. Tough take. No chance of a winner for Luati. Mo Winkel, no, he can't send the short one to find a home. Blocked out of it is Luati. Blocked out of it again. This time that's Kokonowski. Luati has another go. That catches hands, and we've got contact with the net, which is a real shame. Looks like it might have been young Mo Winkel there, but they're defending so well. I mean, this has already been harder work for the home side than we saw in Germany a week ago. It's not the break that they needed, is it? Just drifted away on the return to the floor there. Theo Mo Winkel, he's unlucky. So he keeps Drieska at the end line. That's an over. No, it's not. It's a perfect pass in the end. Excuse me. And there's the put away. Lovely pass there from Mo Winkel. And the cross-court kill from Kętrzynski is no more than he would have expected to achieve. And just continues to put a really very solid start together here, Lüneburg. I mean, that was flawless. Defenders all over the floor and nobody could get near it. Joshua Kunstmann, the 20-year-old who came over in the summer from Berlin. What a pickup he's proved to be. What a future he's got. But I think if you'd offered Stefan Hübner, the Lüneburg coach, 10-all at the start of this first set, he'd have said, I'll take that. It's been very positive reaction here from Lüneburg. But to get a win on Saturday in the Bundesliga, one against Hersching on the road in Hersching, and Hersching just one place behind them in 5th in the Bundesliga standings as well. It was a good performance. They needed it as well after losing to Berlin and Gießen in previous rounds, 1 and 2 in the Bundesliga. And here is, Coach Madej for Asseco Resovia said it. They're not going to play with any pressure. They're going to come out and have some fun. He's got himself an ace as well as Max Elgert. Drops it right on the line. One-time University of Alberta standout has got this one perfectly. DeFalco just watches it and says, yeah, that's as clean as you like. Right into the corner goes Max Elgert. Did have himself an ace in that first leg. And DeFalco's picked that one up. Not perfect, but what can he do with this? Look for hands, gets them. And Elgert has to come and set. And, oh, it's fluked. It's fluked, but they all count. Kętrzynski got blocked, and then somebody used their head. Was it Knigge? I don't think it was Knigge. But they all count. Kętrzynski's there. We'll take a point any way we can get it. They're front running. Don't think anybody expected to see this scoreline. If you turned up late, you've missed quite a bright start. This time Mowinckel is blocked out of it. Mowinckel will take another one on. That was a tougher one. Again, a terrific rescue. Rurs just has to send it over. Free ball, Rzeszów. Boye doesn't miss those. I mean, it's a typical Boye power kill cross court. I mean, the angle he gets makes it pretty much impossible for defenders, but you'd expect that off a free ball. It's a man that's won everything at the highest level. Just demolishes it. Loving this real battling effort that we're seeing from SVG Lüneburg here. 13-11, they lead. And they'll stay in front here. As Kokonowski looks for the sideline and can't find it. And he was right. Coach Mede said, don't expect this is going to be easy. It's not. One of the two young starters out here. Kunstmann 20 and Mowinckel here 21. Serves Zatorski. There he goes again. I wonder if Driesger might start to utilize his big French opposite a little bit more than we've seen so far through this first set. They need to get him more involved, because when any team in the world is going to find him hard to contain. Big kills from Boye, and the serve has been nicely picked up. Worsley has done a really nice job with that, and Zatorski's done a nice job there as well. DeFalco slightly off net, looks for hands, finds hands. This is nice from DeFalco, plenty to look for. Catching a little bit of Knigi on the way through. Ketrzyński was up there with him. And the bad news for Lüneburg, that keeps Boye back there. Just dynamite from the end line when he gets rolling. Lüneburg will be very happy to see that one go straight into there. It keeps them in front, 15-13 here. What would it do for their morale if they could take this first set? Here's Matthew Knigi. Sends in the short one, it gets picked up pretty easily. And when it gets picked up as easy as that, there's an inevitable consequence. Luati read it all the way, just laid it up perfectly for Driesger, who could just pick his poison. TJ DeFalco with the put away. Absolutely no chance for defenders to get together and block. Ketrzyński could cover the down the line, but not the cross court. Now here's DeFalco. All those aces in the first leg, remember, a week ago, not getting one there, and that's nice. He continues to tick away here, Rurs. We've seen him doing more defensive work than offensive work, but if they can get him involved in the offense as well, that will be a huge plus for Lüneburg, who continue to just cling on to this lead here. Not going anywhere, are they? Yeah, the timeout has been called by Coach Mede here, because try as they might, Asseco Resovia cannot draw level here.
What we have to do, and remember to make this movement, because some reception was good but very tense on the net. Give more time to the setter and to our attackers to make this step. Second things, guys, even if we don't finish the first ball, we are touching in block every time their transition. So keep working like this.
Well, Coach Mede's been proved right already. He said, I am not expecting an easy game here. The Lüneburg come in with nothing to lose. That makes them dangerous. And even if they do go on and lose this in straight sets, it's a different look to this Lüneburg team than what we saw in that first leg already. They hold the lead here in set one. Ketrzyński, and how often do we see a service error off a timeout? Coach Mede will say, that's on me, give me a point. Doesn't work like that, of course. Now, this is where Lüneburg need to dig in. Side out, side out, side out. Sounds easy. Karol Kwas, veteran, 34 years old these days. That gets picked up, got to be good from Ketrzyński, and it is. Ketrzyński was one of a number of players who had his problems in the first leg and eventually got yanked for Jan Burma. Just about everybody was in and out of the lineup for Lüneburg that day. Ketrzyński giving us a completely different look as well today. Hitting with real confidence. Hello. Mark that one down as an ace, and mark that one down as Erik Rös, putting Lüneburg in complete control of this first set. DeFalco losing the flight of that one. Well, so much for that timeout from Mede then. That gives them a little bit more breathing room. Rös, who top scored in the first leg with just 8 points, says it all. Coming up with the ace there, and that's not great at all, is it? Got a real chance here, Lüneburg. They're all over the place, RZESZÓW at the moment. Oh, that's a real shame. That's a real shame, and it's a huge let-off. Oh, Mervinkel just overcooking the cross court. Well, this could easily be 19-15 and set done. That just keeps the hosts in control here. There is an optimistic challenge set down. Got dispatched pretty quickly. Still need a couple of points on serve here. No matter how many times we see it, none of those digits are moving, are they? No block touch there. Worsley with a lovely pass. Oh no. Kunstmann, and it's the two youngsters. First Mervinkel and now Kunstmann that have come up with big misses. Now that's a big shift in the narrative of this first set again, and no wonder Stefan Hübner has to call timeout. Just tightened up, haven't they, the two youngsters?
Continue like that. We have great hands and blocking, so give him a hard time to score. Yeah.
Pass first. Pass first. Yeah. Hey, remember, mentally, as the set gets late, we cannot take a point off. Dig in, dig in, dig in. Mentalize that end push. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Stand on 2, 1, 2. Nice job, nice job.
A lot of energy in this group. As I said right at the start of the match, if you look at them as individually they don't match up against RZESZÓW at all. But the sum is way greater than the parts. They've got a fabulous team chemistry, SVG Lüneburg. The North Americans, north and south of the border, have just blended in. Stefan Hübner's got some big voices amongst those inexperienced players. Likes of Worsley, and we saw Kanigi there. And they don't hold back. Drieska just misses. Well, they're still in control of this. Despite those two unforced errors from the youngsters, here is Joscha Kunstmann. Get picked up. Will that get put away? Yes, it will. Yeah, had to be tracked all the way there. Well, that's coming back as well. A huge swing from DeFalco, and it's blocked. And in the end, it needs Boye to come and clean up. It's almost like, you guys don't want it, I'll take the point. Thank you very much. But this point says it all about Lüneburg in this first set. RZESZÓW have had to win it not once, not twice, but at the third attempt. Defensively, Lüneburg have just been fighting and scrapping for everything. And they still lead here. What can Yassine Louati do about it? 18-19, Louati really getting some penetration with that serve. And doesn't matter. Young Mervinkel settles himself back down again. I mean, we're watching a couple of these young German players coming of age in this CEV Cup final. We really are. With Mervinkel and Kunstmann, don't be surprised to see them playing for the national team in the not too distant future. Is Elgert, Canadian setter. Lovely pass. Look, that's been kept alive. Worsley getting a hand on it, and then Merwinkle getting blocked out of it. Big block. Kokonowski saying you brought it to the wrong place. That was a tough tandem to take on, Kokonowski and Boyer. Good luck getting through that. Still chasing though here. Kokonowski. Nice pick up from Worsley. Into the block it goes, and that's brilliant. Worked perfectly. Karol Kwas rolling the dice, and it came up for him. And you can see this is at slow motion. Is that going to drop in? Is it going to drop out? And yeah, it couldn't have dropped any cleaner. And Lüneburg's lead has gone. Off a huge block from Kokonowski, who had 6 blocks in that first leg. And a big one there. His serve gets picked up as well. Merwinkle has got to deliver, and or rather, excuse me, that's Kętrzynski popping up on the strong side this time. Wow. I mean, Kętrzynski's had a set. He really has had a terrific first set. They're still front running here. Merwinkle. Decent serve. Boyer's got to make some. Wow. They got blockers there. There's blockers here. Watch this. Boyer's just crushed them. Well, sometimes you just can't defend it. No. Can Lüneburg side out, at least stay front running? It's Boyer back at the end line. Worsley getting underneath that brilliantly. Got to be good. Oh, the pickup is from Boyer. DeFalco hustling. Good effort from DeFalco. It gets picked up. Great block, and there's another dig in the back row. Merwinkle working overtime in that back row, and that is a terrific effort. That really is. Rös will pop up on the stat sheet with the block point, but Theo Merwinkle with not 1 but 2 outstanding digs in the back row here to keep this point alive for Lüneburg. This time the block doesn't drop in. What a good set this has been. Knigge. Drieske saying, who are these guys? Don't recognize them from last week. Knigge with a decent one as well. And, had to be good from TJ DeFalco. And I tell you, all the relaxed swagger that we saw from Asseco Resovia in warm-ups, it was, the body language is almost like, well, we're just going to show up and do our job and we're going to win easy. That's gone. They are working hard here. We're going to see Jakub Budzki come in at 197, bringing a bit of extra height in the front row. DeFalco, who's such a deadly server, trying to give Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW the lead here in this first set, and he's done it. He's done it. It's a beauty. It's a beauty. Big point. Aimed it in the direction of Merwinkle, and the lead has gone. For the first time, SVG Lüneburg now playing catch-up.
Stay where you are. Hey, he doesn't repeat a lot. He'll come to me, go to short. Yoshi, be ready for the short. Everybody be ready. We got 4 ins.
Strong move to the left in passing, yeah?
Hey, after the pass, this is we only get 1 opportunity ball, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Get up to 1, 2, ready. Boys.
Well, let's see how Lüneburg handle the pressure now. Front running and having some fun, but now RZESZÓW piling on the pressure, and it was TJ DeFalco with a horrible serve that gives them the lead. DeFalco again, and for the 3rd time in this set, after a timeout, we see a service error. It's not a coincidence. Budzki will come back out for Boyer. Kętrzynski. Next point is set point. Falco picks it up, not particularly well. Luati has to turn setter and out of system. Boye sends it down the line and Worsley says, doesn't beat me. That is a cross-court winner from Rös, and that is set point Lüneburg, who responded brilliantly to falling behind. Now they're front running again. Pavel Zatorski, one of the world's best liberos, can't get anywhere near it.
Because we cannot do anything, they're working good. So focus in our block defense again. Come on.
Well, we've seen 3 service errors after the previous 3 timeouts. Is that trend going to continue here? Set point, Lüneburg. Now, does he stick or twist? Does he go for a big one, or does he play it safe? Petrosinski, knowing him, he'll go for it. Ooh, that's an aggressive ball toss. He did go for it. He did go for it. And he's absolutely right. Play it safe against Rzeszów. It's coming back down your throat. We are going beyond the 25 points. Just look at the quality of personnel on the bench for Asseco Resovia. Clement Shabuli, the Slovenian. He spent most of his career in Italy prior to coming over here. He will come in. 2:02 would-be blocker comes into the front row with Quas serving. That's not a good take. Now the blockers are in place and they get hands on it. Here's a chance. This will come backside, and it's another Stephen Boye kill. Cross court, no nonsense. Don't do anything about it. And this all came off the slightly poor pass. That allowed the blockers to get set. They had Chabuli in there as well. A lot of height at the net. And their transition game on point. Speaking of that, it's set point. This time to the home side. Quas serving for this set. It's a better take this time. Gets picked up and demolished. Rös keeping Lüneburg in it. You can see an awful lot of action in Rio in that European qualifying, Olympic qualifying campaign, excuse me, Eric Rös, but with 6 wins out of 6, he was given the freedom to play in the 7th game against Ukraine and racked up 19 points, top scored. We'll be hoping he's going to be on the plane to Paris. Here he is on serve. It's a nice take, and Luati catches hands and sends it away, and Rzeszów keep the pressure on. Driesga with that wonderful stretch set. Even then, the blockers have hustled over there. He's looked for Elga, finds Elga. So here we are, serving for the set again, and it's Driesga. Can they repel this one? He sends in a short one, gets picked up by Mo Finkel, and it'll come near side, and there's the block. There's the block. Jakub Kochanovski sends it back, and they're smiling now and they're celebrating in the stands, but this was hard work. It really was. Petrosinski taking it. Look at the penetration. Boye's there. I think it might be off Boye, actually, not Kochanovski. Asseco Resovia and their fans won't care who it is. They get themselves out of a hole here. And they were made to work for that set. What a good first set that was. Better than anything we saw last week. But it goes in favour of an Asseco Resovia Rzeszów side who only need 2 sets to win the CEV Cup. Well, they won the first one, 27-25. what a terrific set that was, worthy of a final. Wonder what that'll do psychologically for Lüneburg, who led and led and led, who just could not stop that late charge. Statistically, not an awful lot in it, either in terms of overall stats or individual stats. We saw a couple of aces from TJ DeFalco, and it was the two opposites top scoring. Surprise, surprise. Ketrzinski with 6 points, Boye with 6 points for the hosts. Confirmation then that Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW have come from behind to take this first set in the second leg of the CEV Cup Final 2024, 27-25. These fans certainly played their part, as they always do. Falco with those two aces, so important again. 7 aces through 4 sets here he's sent out against Lüneburg. Let's see how Lüneburg can bounce back from what must be a really bitter pill to swallow. Elgert sends one down the line, and it's a clever serve that DeFalco's made a bit of a mess of. Pick up is from Worsley, and that's blocked back. Worsley will have to do some more work here, and this is going to be a tough take. Kept it alive there, Mowinckel, with no play on that. There's a play. There's a play. Zander Ketrzinski catches hands and sends it flying, and a first point on the board for Lüneburg on serve. Worsley with the pickup, and a lovely back set from Elgert as well to send it to his compadre. That one was certainly made in Canada. Elgert will stay on serve. Again, not the best of passes from DeFalco. Some swing coming in there from Luati. Doesn't get through, and that gets through. Well, they bounced back very, very well here, haven't they? The early response from Lüneburg is very positive. Back-to-back points for Zander Ketrzinski. Finds that gap between Boye and Kokonowski and exploits it ruthlessly. Oh, where's that going? Let's talk about bringing the heat. That back row attack, beautifully set up as well, and DeFalco just drilling it straight at Rös. I don't think he even got a hand on it, did he? He's off his knee. Cool, some speed on that one. Here's Luati, Polish league winner 3 or 4 years ago, but not with RZESZÓW. This stays alive, and doesn't anymore. Knigi looks for the angle, gets it perfectly as well. Terrific execution. Not seen much of Knigi as an offensive weapon so far, as we just catch a little look at what Driesger did there, but that angled away perfectly from the one-time San Diego Wildman. Mowinckel. They're looking for DeFalco now, aren't they? DeFalco caught that. He runs into the block, but the block can't get it in play, much to the frustration of Eric Rös. They've read it. Get the gang of 3 in there, including Rös on the inside. He can't angle it away. That's interesting. They're consistently targeting DeFalco now on serve. Kokonowski sends the short one in. Worsley's read it. Ooh, big block to deny Ketrzinski. It'll come near side. Rös gets dust stuffed out of it. Boye will say, that's a point for me. Thank you very much. It's that tandem again. That Kokonowski-Boye partnership. Defensively is some weapon. There was a gap in there, but actually it's come off the net cord, not Boye. Excuse me. Thought I must have caught a bit of Boye, but no, it's a big miss. The dink from Knigi was absolutely the right idea. The back bump set Get a winner from there. DeFalco. Might be a chance here for Ruz, but no, he's got no chance to swing through it now. Finally, they get a block in place. Well, they were out of system and all over the place. Luati turning setter there for DeFalco. Blockers had all night long to get themselves set here, and they ganged up on TJ DeFalco, and there's no way through this time. Scruffy rally, it really was. Errors all over the floor, really. If you're Lüneburg and you win that point, you don't care how you win it. Knigge, 4-3, hops one over. And again, not a great pickup from DeFalco. They pay for that as well. Ruz. Well, in DeFalco's defense, this took a really big hop off the net cord. It's Asseco Resovia couldn't capitalize and find themselves chasing once again. Knigge. That's a short one to Luati this time, and that got exactly what it deserved. Quos, his eyes must have got really big when he saw where this one was going, because he's not missing that. And if you're in the back row, you might as well just take cover. Here comes Boye. Got to be good. Ruz crushes it. Yeah. Another really nice cross-court kill from a young player we're going to be hearing a lot about in years to come. Still only 22, Eric Ruz. There's the 24-year-old Wolf. Zander Ketrzinski with the service error. It is, I said before, it's a young group, Lüneburg. Blake Leeson, the American who's on the bench today, is their oldest player at 28. Stefan Hübner really believes in developing young players, and he's really good at it as well. Took over in 2014. 10 years in the top flight for SVG Lüneburg. And no history of top-level volleyball at all prior to that. DeFalco with the service error keeps Lüneburg in charge of this second set. And Ruz will look to try and capitalize. He's not 23 till next month. Eric Ruz. Torski picking that one up. Backside it will go, and Boye comes up with the miss. This is not a good reaction again from Asseco Resovia. Who are making it hard for themselves. Ruz again on serve. They'll keep that alive as well, as Luati can't find a winner. This is a tough one. Yeah, nothing doing. Struggling back there, Elga. Look how much ground he's had to cover. Sends in that bump set, but that's tough to get a clean set on that. Nevertheless, Lüneburg staying feisty here as Quos will serve at 6-8. Comfortable pick up, but it runs into the containing block from Mervin Will have another go. How about that? Now, there was plenty could go wrong here for Theo Mervinkel. I mean, look who's lining up to block him, and he's just slipped it down the line and dropped it on the line. And Fabian Driesger's thinking, oh, we should have shut that avenue down. We had 3 there. And Mervinkel says, you've left me a gap. Had the vision, had the technique, and that's a point. Kunstmann with the service error. Not surprisingly, Stefan Hübner is not making personnel changes here. I mean, he'd be mad if he did. They're playing so well. But everybody was, I mean, it was a rotating bench. Everybody was in and out. in that first leg. Not here. This is a good blend he's got. Oh, Petrozinski not quite perfectly placed on it. Has sent it wide. And he's got to work to beat the blockers, and he's done that. When he's just put a bit too much hot sauce on it. Drieska serving Mervinkel, and that's a nice set that set up Rurs. It's good rescue work from Rzeszów. Mervinkel, no, he's contained as well. Kokonowski was there. Mervinkel runs smack into the block this time. Somehow it stays alive. Really good attack idea there from the back row, and then finished off by Stephen Boyer. And that Lüneburg lead has been wiped out. Again, such good defensive work. I mean, goodness only knows how Worsley's kept that alive. It's the right idea from Rurs to attack. But Worsley, who had that reflex dig earlier, couldn't find anything there as Boyer levels it up for Rzeszów. Drieska goes short. Carnegie picks that up. There's a nice set. And again, the blocking's really good. The blocking game's improving from Rzeszów, and there we go again. Yeah, Boyer and Kokonowski again, and I think they'll credit Boyer with this one. As Mervinkel runs into trouble. Just couldn't get out of the way of it. He's unlucky. But that Kokonowski-Boyer partnership defensively is now creating some headaches for these Lüneburg outsides. Mervinkel with a nice pass. Trzynski with a perfect kill. Right at DeFalco, just couldn't get there. Not many would have done. This is just too good a hit. So, Lüneburg steady the ship back down again as Max Elgert serves at 10-10. Just misses. Now this is where Lüneburg need to settle into a side-out game. You do not want to be playing catch-up against this team in this gym. Luati hops it over the net cord. Mervinkel picks it up. Mervinkel near side. Gets the W. He needed that. I think for his own confidence. He's been having a bit of a struggle against these blockers. Took on a late arriving Jakub Kokonowski. He got the better of him. Mervinkel now at 11-all. Seems in the short serve that DeFalco does pick up, and that is going to go back off Carnegie, who was right man in the right place at the right time. Yeah, DeFalco late arriving. Look at that. Kokonowski finding some net cord and might have found a bit of Carnegie as well. It's a point for Lüneburg, front running again here midway through this second set. Mervinkel sends it long. Nice pass. So again, there's the block. Kwas and Boyer together. Well, it's Rurs this time. And Kwas saying, don't bring it here. Do not bring it here. Final touch coming off Boyer as well. But again, it's that tandem, isn't it? Boyer working so well with both Kwas and Kokonowski. Rzeszów front running with Kokonowski at the end line. Another nasty out-swinging serve. Does get picked up by Rurs, but they'll look to attack this. Ooh, out of system. Boyer gets him out of a hole. Another one of these beautifully angled cross-court kills from Stephen Boyer. Well, he doesn't miss many. The angle he took on that, look at all those cross-court defenders there, and it's Stefan Hübner who blinks first. He calls timeout. Well, this next point is big. At 14-12, Lüneburg have to side out. Kokonowski will look to put some pressure on, that's for sure. Hops it over the net cord. That took some of the sting out of it. Rös did well, but really good job from Luati in the back row. What a lovely dink, but it comes back. Right idea. It was the right idea. DeFalco can't really attack this with those blockers in there, so he tries to send it over, and Rös has just hung in the air there to send it back. Paolo Medei wants this looked at. And yeah, not much to look at there. Well, anytime the net does move, the coach who's lost the point thinks, well, maybe it's worth a look. Sometimes they go your way, not that one. Knigge. Satorski with the pass. Boye looking for hands, finding hands, sending it on its way. Boye is hitting really well in this match. Got the one-on-one with Rös. Kunstmann couldn't get there to help him out. Yeah, and oh, this isn't good news. Well, hopefully this isn't anything too serious for Eric Rös. I mean, Boye hits this so hard. See, Boye's going over there just to make sure he's okay. Well, there's obviously no fault or foul or anything like that, but it's just the sheer power of that one. I mean, they all sting, but that one looked like it done a little bit more, but he's gone back onto the floor, which is good news. Jesse Elsa, another Canadian, started that first game last week, so he would be the player to come on. You would think if Rös can't go, but Rös looks okay. Uh-oh. Well, they got away with it. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. I mean, DeFalco thought the point should have been his earlier. Karol Kwas said, don't worry about it, I got this. And the RZESZÓW blocking game is really starting to cause serious headaches here now for Lüneburg. Kwas, Kokonowski, they're not giants, but they're certainly big enough, both around 2 meters, and their technique is so good. Boye mixes up the serve, that didn't work, but it's a big miss. Ooh. Kunstmann had to have that, and Hübner has to have a challenge here. And this has got to go Lüneburg's way. You'll hear from the reaction of the crowd that it has indeed gone their way. Yeah. Called out, but this is why we have the replay system. So justice served here, and Lüneburg had to have that point. Kunstmann has delivered. Ketrzinski needs to deliver from the end line. DeFalco's handled the pass pretty well there, and then flying through, Yassine Luati putting this one away. Lovely disguise there. Looked like it was setting up Kwas, but Driesga is running his offense flawlessly again. There's nothing Gage Worsley could do about that. DeFalco rips one. Mervinkel picks it up. Into the block it goes. Rurs sends it off the block and into the stands. I think we can safely say he's okay. That's a beauty. Went after Driesga. Well, you would. He's only 196. He's the little guy up there. Rurs, remember, if they win this set, Rzeszów win the cup. Boye. Free ball, Lüneburg. Again, a really nice dig. DeFalco this time. Boye will swing at this. Yeah. Yeah, he was winding it up. He was winding it up. And you could see everybody on the Lüneburg side going to red alert as he was winding it up. Even from that far back, he's taking 3 on. You got Worsley back there as well, and Boye's just shredded the lot of them. Unstoppable. Kwas. Caught it. Oh no. Yeah, I wonder if that's going to get looked at. That's close. Yeah, I think Kwas has accepted the decision. Yeah, can't really tell from that angle. You certainly can tell from that angle. Yeah, that's out. That's out. Looked closer in real time, didn't it? Kunstmann. Still Lüneburg needing these 2 points on serve, and they're not going to get it with the service error. Driesga. 6 points away from winning their first major European trophy. Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW leading here 19-16. 20-16 off another stuffed block. Jakub Kokonowski with the wipeout. Mervinkel's trying to send it through. Goes cross court. But Boye and Kokonowski, Boye and Kwas, whichever partnership it is, they are working to devastating effect now. And they are blocking the life out of Lüneburg here. I wonder if there may be a switch of personnel here. Because Mervinkel looked really down in the dumps there. He really does, doesn't he? Oh no, he's back up. That's good. That's good coaching. Don't crush a young man's confidence. It's not like it was a bad shot or anything like that. This is just quality blocking that we're seeing from Asseco Resovia at the moment. Oh my goodness. Fabian Driesga. Absolutely lethal serve. I mean, Mervinkel is back there, but nobody's picking that up. Mixes it up, sends it short. Carnegie picks it up. This will go over to Ketrazinski, who just gets wiped out. Well, we haven't seen much of Luati in the blocking scheme here for Asseco Resovia, but he pops up there to pretty much seal the deal for the Polish squad. Runners-up in this competition back in 2012 when they lost to Dynamo Moscow. They're not going to be denied here. Worsley with the pickup, got to be good. That is from Rurs. Don't worry, Carol, you'll be celebrating soon. 22-17. Elgert sends it long. 2 points from the two-set lead that would give them the 2024 CEV Cup. Luati. Worsley with a perfect pass. Finished off by Kanigi. They are getting ready to celebrate. The noise level's off the scale already. Mervinkel serving at 18-23. And that brings up set point from Kokonowski. And remember, this is effectively championship point. Because if they win 2 sets, they win the trophy. And they are on the brink here. Kokonowski with a free one off the quick inside set. Will now serve for the set. Worsley with not the perfect pass this time. It's a tough take. Couldn't do anything else there, Worsley. It'll come back over. And that'll come in off the back row, and it's blocked out again. Karol Kłos can lead the celebrations because Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW have won the 2024 CEV Cup. Well, of course, it had to be another block, didn't it? Of course it did. Nicely disguised. Mo Winkel runs into Karol Kłos. Not for the first time. A 2014 world champion. A 2023 VNL gold medal winner. Karol Kłos with the block point that secures Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW their first ever major European trophy. They had to win 2 sets. They've done it. 25-18 in set number 2. We will now go into this sort of party atmosphere because obviously the match doesn't end here. It's best of 5 sets. But as a contest, it is official. A first ever win in this competition for a Polish side. And it's the 2012 runners-up, Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW, who are the 2024 champions. Well, 9 blocks through the first 2 sets, with Boye individually being credited with 4 of them, but it's been his partnership, whether it's been with Kłos or Kokonowski. They have teamed up as a tandem so effectively. And they've just completely bamboozled these Lüneburg outsides. And the second set turned out to be pretty comfortable in the end. 25-18, a far cry from that white knuckle ride of that first set. Lüneburg led all the way, just couldn't seal the deal. So it'll be interesting to see what happens now, because Asseco Resovia don't need anything else. They've won it. Will they look to just wrap this up in 3, or will Lüneburg keep their focus and at least try and salvage some morale out of this two-legged CEV Cup final?
Pierwszy set wygrywają ciągnie do 25, drugi do 18, 2-0, a to oznacza, że to gospodarze w tym sezonie zwyciężają i zdobywają puchar. Ale my gramy dalej, jak wiemy.
Looks like we're going to get Adrian Staszewski getting some playing time, a 3 times Champions League winner with the Zaksa Kazierzyń Kozler. As the decks get shuffled, Jesse Elsa is indeed going to come in. I thought we might be seeing him. I mean, Movinkel got a pretty bumpy ride against that blocking scheme in that second set. 21-year-old youth product for Lüneburg, playing in a CEV Cup final and playing well. It'll be Staszewski, 33 years old now, to get this third set underway. And, there's an early winner for Ketrzyński. We're seeing Michał Potera, the backup libero, coming in as well for Rzeszów. Lots of personnel changes. Jean-Paul Amedée just allowing everybody to save at the moment. Kunstmann with serve. A little roll shot is good enough for Klemen Chapuli, the Slovenian. Miłosz Robel, who's only 17. He's the young middle blocker that's come in as well. Wholesale changes. Here is Vrobel, youth product. 205 is going to be a good one, and he's he can say, hey, I served an ace in a CEV Cup final as well. No, there wasn't an awful lot on this, was there? But the flight of it completely lost by Matt Slavinsky, who's just arrived on the floor as well. The American was playing in the Estonian League last season. Vrobel will no doubt go looking for him again, and does. Slavinsky with the overpass this time, going to be attacked early and crushed by Staszewski out of the back row. Well, the old campaigner wasn't going to hold back on this one. There's a chance for a point in a CEV Cup final, and the old campaigner's going to take it. Well, he's got a CEV Cup to go with those 3 Champions League medal winners, and Vrobel can carry on working on his service game here. No, he can't. Job done. Another one of these players that we're going to be seeing an awful lot of in the future. Jean-Paul Amedée, officially now a 2-time winner of this trophy. Job done. Here's Jan Burma, the backup opposite coming in, the left-handed opposite. It's picked up by Potera. And into the block it goes, no winner for Staszewski. And no real play there. They'll have to try and send it the other way, and blockers galore, including Klemen Chapuli, one of a gang of 3 over here. No way through, and it'll be eventually, I think, Drieska right in the middle that will claim that. Nothing doing for Slavinsky, whose face rather said it all. Łukasz Kozub, who's in at setter, excuse me, not Drieska. Sends it short. Bartholomew Mordil, the other middle blocker, is also on the floor. He saw plenty of action against Fenerbahce in the semi-final here. There's a block. Tough set there. And Blake Leeson, the American middle blocker, says, "Oh look, I got this." As Mordil goes one-on-one. The two-time Ohio State NCAA champion will claim himself a block point. Nice pass. And yeah, that's going to be good enough. Budski now in his opposite. You look at this and say, "Oh look, I've got to push." One of the veterans, Budski, 35 years old now. A first major piece of silverware for him in European competition. It's Patera picking that up. Cross court denied by Staszewski, but the blocking is just too good. Mordil saying, "Let me join this block party." It's Elza straight into Mordil. See you later. Chabuli. Won the Italian league with Civitanova back in the day. Chabuli. Everything was too easy. That's by the numbers there, wasn't it? As easy as 1, 2, 3. And it's Leeson at 2:03 with the put away. The oldest member of the squad at 28, Blake Leeson, with serve. Sends it long. An inevitable sense of anticlimax here, of course there is. Everybody's just waiting now for the trophy presentation, but you've got to play it out. And some important matches domestically coming up for Asseco Resovia. The regular season nearly over in Poland, but they'll certainly be participating in post-season play, as will Lüneburg. Locked into 4th place in the Bundesliga. Elsa takes that off the would-be block of Budski and out. So whilst there's nothing technically on the line here, the players that are on the floor are basically being given a chance to audition, including Hannes Gürken here, the backup setter who came over from Hamburg 7 years ago. Into the block it goes, nothing doing for Slavinsky. Burma will say, "That's a point for me." Nothing wrong with the set. He just attacked a perfect blocking partnership there. No way through the Burma Kunstmann tandem. Nothing doing this time again, but he goes out. So Staszewski will claim the win there. There is going to be a challenge here as well. In case you're wondering why Kunstmann is still on the floor for Lüneburg, I think he's pretty much the only player who's played through the first 2 sets, but they only have 3 middle blockers on their roster, Lüneburg. Only carry 12 players. Well, it's one of those, isn't it? If any part of the ball catches any part of the line, you'll say it's in, but if you want the landing, you'll say, well, no, it's out. So over to the video guys to make an adjudication here and a recommendation, and they're saying it's out. Referee Popovic signals Rzeszów ball. Jakub Budski with serve. It's nicely picked up, but no attack. Oh, it's going to come straight back though. He's annoyed about with himself there. Buczki really got caught in a bad spot. Actually was absolutely caught in no man's land, courtesy of this rather clever push. And Buczki didn't know whether to stick or twist and ended up really doing neither. Sent it over. Leeson said, well, I'll have that, thank you very much. But yeah, he was really caught, neither here nor there. So 8-all, make that 9-8 off the big ace serve. Elsa unloading. Big time unload there. In the direction of Chabuli, who's really made a mess of it. Elsa sends a short one in, and there's another overpass. This time from Verbal. And it's pretty sloppy at the moment here from Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW. Unforced errors coming in. So maybe we'll be delaying the trophy celebration a little while longer here, as Kunstmar will add another point to his stat sheet. Elsa at 10-8. Hops that one over. No stopping that from Buczki. Worsley's back there. He, of course, is the only libero on this 12-man roster, so he's still on the floor. Staszewski sends in a real short one. Whew. That almost worked as well. Slavinsky just about got there. And off the overpass, what can they do? No, not going to work. Containing hands, and Buczki's back there, and there's a chance to attack here. And it's a good attack as well, but it's kept alive. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Jan Burma. The big left-handed swing. Sends it long. Burma managed to come off the bench to good effect. Gives himself a winner there to keep Lüneburg front running here in this third set. And we saw plenty of Burma off the bench as Buczki knocks this one down in that first leg. And Petrzinski having some problems. So good to see him back. Here's someone I think we are going to see a bit of over the years to come, Miłosz Wróbel. Still a teenager. And, an active member of this roster. You're doing something right. That's a beauty. That's a beauty from Matt Slavinsky. You can't hit it much cleaner than this. Perfect pass. The finish even better. Burma. Come backside, and Burma with the put away. That's another one. 14-12 here. Slavinsky. Brilliant pickup from Worsley, absolutely superb. Attack here from Slavinsky, but no way through Butski. He wasn't having that. Brilliant rescue. Slavinsky taking on a gang of three. Mordil in the middle, but it's Butski all the way. Don't be surprised that this set is so competitive. These are all professional athletes. They are competitors in everything that they do. And there's another block point from another player that is very competitive as well. Bartolome Mordil. In his second season with the club, came over from Gdansk. Very important member of the squad, Mordil. Shabuli at 14 all. Service error. All in, set 3. Are we going to see this extend beyond the 3 sets? We're going to have to put those celebrations literally on hold. Well, they're certainly playing that way, Lüneburg. Elsa, an absolutely perfect cross-court kill. That keeps Lüneburg front running here in set number 3. Gherkin. Nice pass off a really good attack. Ooh, that's going to be kept alive, but it's going to come back over. No winner there for Vrubel. And there's a winner there. Elsa sending that one back, and Lüneburg continuing to put the pressure on here, and Vrubel. Butski, there was a big gap between them. Jesse Elsa said, well, you're going to open the door for me. I'm going to walk straight through it. Thank you very much. Timeout has been called here by Jean-Paul Medei.
Everybody, if we don't go full variation on this number 1. Okay, first. Second, guys, attention, this variation on service now. Milo, you take short in front of you. Make this movement high, not in the other side. Okay, and go.
Nice back set. Butski. After that little splash of cold water in the face there from Coach Medei in the timeout, I think come out fired up. Worsley certainly had the down the line covered, but when it's that good, not a lot you can do about it. Overpass, real chance here for Lüneburg, and it's one they've grabbed with both hands. Yeah, Kunstmann gets the freebie this time. Elsa. Good lead here for Lüneburg. Butski runs into the block, but no control on that block. Out it goes. Well, professional pride being what it is, these Rzeszów players that are on the floor will not want to be giving this set up. That's for sure. Slavinsky close. Staszewski. That's an ace. That's a beauty. Ooh, a lot of topspin on this one. Look at the swerve and the movement on that. Slavinsky can't catch it. Knocked it away from Worsley, who might have had a chance at it, but that was a horrible serve. Had both of them thinking it's mine. And Hubner says, well, maybe I better call a timeout here.
Yeah, so help a little less in the middle. So you can really get stable right hand on the ball. Taking the round. Right, you will get it. Left hand around the ball, right hand on the ball.
Yeah. Receiver, buddy. Hey, here we go. Get out of it. Right here. Let's go. Dance on two, 1, 2, yes.
Staszewski then. With Asseco Resovia looking to level it up. That's not the greatest of passes. Slavinsky looking to clean up. Can't do it. The containing block is there. This is a tough take, yeah. And it's going to be a double touch call anyway, off a set from a million miles away. And yeah, I'm sure the message, you didn't actually hear it in the timeout, but the message really was, guys, just get this job done. And there's another big block. Staszewski, a block, an ace serve, excuse me, catches the net cord, and from being a long way behind, they are front running now in this set. And is it going to be celebration time sooner rather than later? It's heading that way. Couldn't replicate it. See Theo Movinkel come back in. So limited resources for Lüneburg with only the 12 players on their squad. Movinkel comes in as the sub-in server. Whether he'll stay there, we'll find out. Tied third set here. It's a decent serve, well taken as well. Butski runs into the block. No way through. Absolutely wiped out there. So we'll get another one from Movinkel. Lüneburg front running again. It's a clever serve, that. Butski's a long way off net, but a still crushed beauty of a cross court. Oh, this is not a gimme. That is not a gimme at all. So to come up with a hit like that, hugely impressive. Easton had that big block earlier. Nowhere near that one. Throbel. Oh, into the block it goes again, and they're front running. And there's Mordil. Stacks on another big stuffed block point to take out Leeson. Well, that's been the story of this series. The blocking game from Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW. He's played his part in this third set as well, young Miłosz Wróbel. Serving here at 22-21, and this is a tough one. Yeah, bad position to be in there. Shabuli in the middle of a gang of three here. Well, the end of a gang of three, excuse me, with Mordil. They're all celebrating, but Slavinsky had no chance, absolutely no chance with that one. 2 points from wrapping up a straight sets win now. Vrobel stays at the end line. That'll catch hands. Chance for match point. Chabuli, too good. And here it is, match point in the second leg of the CEV Cup final. Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW looking to complete back-to-back straight set wins. Vrobel serving at match point. What a moment for him, a 17-year-old. He's wobbled it over. Slavinsky's got there. Only just, but there's a chance here, a chance to win it. No, it's a poor set. Oh, but there was contact at the net. Yeah, it was Chabuli with the pass, not the set, excuse me. Put the setter under intense pressure. No way out of it for Łukasz Kozub. Just drifts into the net, so the celebrations stay on hold. And we got a timeout as well.
Move in the center, because normally this ball will stay in the center. Manage, guys, and go full in attack.
Wracamy na ostatnie piłki tego meczu. Druga piłka wieczowa.
Serving to stay in the match then, Jan Burma, 22-24, match point. That's a nice pass, should be the finish, and there it is. Clement Chabuli lowers the boom and brings the 2024 CEV Cup to a conclusion. A straight sets win for our new champions, Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW, their first ever major European trophy, a first ever Polish winner of this cup as well. We beat finalists from 12 years ago, our winners this year, and what winners as well, coming in at the quarterfinal stages and dropping just one set, beating first their local rivals Warta Zawierski 3-0, 3-0 in the quarterfinals, then disposing of Fenerbahce Istanbul 3-1, 3-0, and here in the final against SVG LÜNEBURG 3-0, 3-0. One last look at the final act. Clement Chabuli with the final word. Well, take nothing away from SVG LÜNEBURG, who've been the story of the CEV Cup just to get this far. To reach the final, coming out of the Champions League pool phase. They're a team on the rise, a well-run, well-coached, well-managed team with plenty of exciting young players coming through. But they were no match for the experience and the depth of Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW, who powered their way to a straight sets win here, 27-25, 25-18, 25-22, to confirm that they are the 2024 CEV Cup champions. Yeah, what a night for Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW. 2024 CEV Cup winners. It really is astonishing, isn't it, that it's the first time a Polish team has ever won this competition. You consider that Italy have won this title 21 times, including the reigning, or the former reigning champions. They've been dethroned now. Modena, who've won it 4 times. It's Lüneburg unable to follow in Berlin's footsteps. Berlin winning it in 2016.
First of all, congratulations, what a night, what a match. And I could ask you about the statistics or something like that, but now I think it doesn't matter.
No, like finals, it's doesn't matter like, the statistics, doesn't matter like how many fought, like it's just we have to just think about the victory, how to win, and we
Szanowni Państwo, czas na uroczystość wręczenia medali, ale przed tym czas na najlepszego zawodnika dzisiejszego spotkania. MVP dzisiejszego meczu, tego drugiego finałowego, zostaje zawodnik Asseco Resovia Stefan Boye.
Yeah, officially the MVP of this second leg of the CEV Cup final had to be Stephen Boye, the Frenchman who joined in the summer, having won the league in Poland last season with Jastrzębski Węgiel.
Stefan Boye, najlepszym zawodnikiem dzisiejszego spotkania, tego drugiego finałowego meczu. Wielkie gratulacje. Gratulacje od wiceprezydenta Federacji CEV pana Lubora Halandy oraz od prezydenta miasta Rzeszowa pana Konrada Fiołka. Wielkie, wielkie gratulacje. Najlepszy zawodnik dzisiejszego spotkania. Wielkie gratulacje dla Stefana. Drodzy Państwo, przed nami zdobywcy srebrnych medali Pucharu CEV. Niemiecka drużyna SVG Lüneburg. And now here are the winners of the Cup CEV silver medals, German team CVG Lüneburg. I Matthew Kling. Oto cała drużyna SVG Lüneburg oraz trener, coach Stefan Hübner. Asystent Brent Schlesinger. Ines Laube i Lisa Kallen. Oto cała drużyna SVG Lüneburg, przed Państwem zdobywcy srebrnych medali Pucharu CEV.
Yeah, what a moment to savor for Stefan Hübner and his entire organization.
Wręczą wiceprezydent Federacji CEV Lubor Halanda oraz supervisor CEV Filippo Niedu. Wielkie, wielkie brawa dla zespołu z Niemiec SVG Lüneburg. Zdobywcy srebrnych medali Pucharu CEV w roku 2023-24. Wielkie, wielkie brawa jeszcze raz dla nich. Jeszcze chwila dla fotoreporterów, drodzy Państwo, pamiątkowe zdjęcia. I za chwileczkę, już za momencik, na tym podium stanie najlepsza drużyna w sezonie 2023-24, zdobywca Pucharu CEV.
Yeah, so the beaten finalists leave the stage then. It's been a season to remember for them as they head now into the Bundesliga playoffs.
Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW.
And the players for Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW about to be introduced.
I kapitan Fabian Żyzga.
Yet another major medal for one of the legends of Polish volleyball.
Jakub Bucki. Karol Kłos. Jakub Kochanowski. Adrian Staszewski. Stefan Błaje. Łukasz Kozłów. Michał Potera. Yasin Duati. Paweł Zatorski. Bartłomiej Mordy. Klemen Cebul. DJ Stefalko. Miłosz Wróbel. Jakub Lewandowski. Krzysztof Rejno. Gian Paolo Medei. Alek Akrem. Alfredo Martilotti. Gabriele Teta. Mateusz Przystasz. Jan Wójcik. Andrzej Łodyka. Maciej Edgens. Fergiusz Ruszel. Piotr Maciąg. Mateusz Wąg i Agata Zawierucha. Cała drużyna Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW. Wielkie, wielkie gratulacje. A drodzy Państwo, złote medale wręczą prezydent miasta Rzeszowa, pan Konrad Fiołek i wiceprezydent Federacji CEV, pan Mirosław Przedpełski.
So the medal presentation now for the successful players, coaches and staff of the 7-time Polish champions, the 3-time Polish Cup winners, and now the 2024 CEV Cup final winners, Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW.
Najlepsza drużyna sezonu 2023-24. Zdobywca Pucharu CEV. Drodzy Państwo, powtórzę. Asseco Resovia Rzeszów! Wszyscy z klubem kibica, całe Podbromie! Jeszcze raz wielkie gratulacje dla całej drużyny za ten wspaniały sukces. Drodzy Państwo, chwila dla fotoreporterów. Jeszcze parę sekund, chwila dla fotoreporterów i zaraz będziemy mogli wnieść ten puchar. Drodzy Państwo, a teraz ostatnia część dzisiejszej ceremonii, na którą czekała cała drużyna Asseco Resowi, cały Rzeszów i cała Polska. Wiceprezydent Federacji CEV, pan Lubor Halanda, na ręce kapitana Asseco Resowi Fabiana Drzyzgi przekaże puchar CEV. A my powoli budujemy atmosferę. Najlepszą drużyną sezonu 2023-24 została drużyna Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW!
There it is, the moment they've been waiting for. The moment that officially crowns Asseco Resovia RZESZÓW champions of the 2024 CEV Cup.
Drodzy Państwo, powtórzymy jeszcze raz. Zdobywca Pucharu CEV została drużyna Asseco Resovia Rzeszów. Możemy spokojnie im teraz podziękować za ten wspaniały sukces. Dziękujemy! Drodzy Państwo, teraz już został czas na celebrację. Ja się serdecznie z Państwem żegnam. Dziękuję bardzo, że byliście tak liczni dzisiaj w hali na Podpromiu. Jeszcze się z Państwem nie żegnam, bo to nie koniec emocji w tym sezonie. Zapraszam na kolejne mecze naszej drużyny, która będzie walczyć o Mistrzostwo Polski. Już niedługo play-offy, także serdecznie Państwa